Thank you very much. The girl child, when we talk about the girl child in Edo State, we're talking about the challenges. You know, if you look at part of the theme for this year's International Women's Day celebration, it has to do women in leadership, achieving an equal future in a COVID-19 world. You know, women in leadership. The, before I come to the issue of trafficking, I would like to talk about the problem that the girl child has encountered in Nigeria, in Africa, and in Edo State with basic education. You know, education is the key that unlocks, the door to, so many things. From when you look at our cultural background, for several years, there is this male preference to the girl child, that you will see parents, they think that the money spent, invested in the education of the girl child is to the benefit of the husband's family. So because of this, so many young women were denied access to education. And this has become a problem for us. Now, when you look at the issue of leadership, from the cultural setting, the deliberate exclusion of women from decision-making position, from political position. Look at all the political parties. They even where they provided for women inclusion in their constitution, the only role they gave to the woman, that the woman leader, that they will mobilize women to vote. And I frown at that. That cannot be the purpose, because one will think when you hear of a woman leader, you are thinking that the woman is going there to ask for, a space, political space for women. So if you look at our challenges, we've been talking about women inclusion, the 35% affirmative action, that women should be given 35 percent of the elective position and appointive position in order to create a balance. Because over the years, women, by our cultural, our customary laws, women were meant to be seen, not to be heard. So we were not actually included in the decision-making process. When you look at the customary laws that we were dependent on, they tell you that for a customary law to be valid, it needs the assent of the people. But we are aware that when we are gathered in the village square, like in my place in Esan, where they call Okowe, women are not there. So when laws are made under such system, and you say the assent of the people, women and children are not included among the people that give assent to those laws. So those laws were greatly biased. They did not give political space to women, and that has also fitted into the English laws. So you look at the Edo State House of Assembly today, there is no single woman in Edo State House of Assembly. How can a country, it's like a helicopter, an aeroplane that is working with, I don't even know if that is up to half engine, because 50% of your population is not excluded from the decision-making process. So this has been responsible for most of the, because all the other things, trafficking, these are just this fallout, trafficking, gender-based violence, drug abuse, so we are here today, issue of trafficking. Why? Because the girl child is seen as an object, a chattel, something to be sold, somebody to be exploited. So trafficking is the greatest exploitation of the girl child. So when you look at human trafficking, You look at the causes. They tell you poverty, lack of education, greed, and other stuff. So where the family think the girl child should go out and make money for them, for their survival, the body of the girl child is being seen as an item of sale.